Hello adventurers, this is going to be the ultimate heist quest guide. If this video helps you, please like it. Leave a silly comment for the algorithm and don't subscribe to me. Alright, so it told me to go to the Elven district, so that's what I did. And now this icon didn't show up until I went to the Elven district, so that's where it is on the map. Okay, and then I guess we just got to go over there. So let's go over there and see what that person has to say. Okay, so I went inside this house here and I went and talked to him. He gave me the boots back and the arrow and all sorts of different instructions. So I went ahead and I put on the boots, which increases your acrobatics, I believe. The boots of Spring Hill Jack should let me jump higher. All right, so now I'm just going to go over here and see what we have to do next. All right, so this is where I am on the map now. We're going to go inside the Elder Council chambers and see what's in there. Okay, so once we enter the castle, we're actually just going to go to the left. It's funny, it tells you to go through this door, but it's not really where you want to go. Actually, maybe it is. I don't know. Anyways, I went to the left around this way. I'm coming up to this door here. Let me just look at that map again. Alright, so it is this door. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and crouch down, make sure nobody sees me. Sometimes if you're not crouched, even if they're not looking at you, it doesn't seem to work. I don't know. I don't get it. Alright, so let's quickly get through that lock. And then we're going to stay crouched. And I do have Chameleon on right now as well. And we're just going to keep going around in the circle here. Hopefully I don't get seen. Actually, it would have been a good time to drop a save a second ago, but that's okay. So I think you just want to move quick because that guard was right there. I think there's only one guard in here. Okay, so just keep wandering around until you see this. Let's go ahead and activate it. Nice. Okay, so now we just have to find where to go to the Imperial Sewers. So let's go ahead and find that. Okay, so I slowly made my way back out of there. The Chameleon is really important, I think, so you don't get seen. There is actually two guards wandering around in that area. So now we just gotta make our way to the sewers. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'll show you where to get into the sewers. Okay, so this is where I am on the map now. Okay, so there's a sewer southeast tunnel, which is this thing right here. We're just going to head inside. And I'm also going to put on my clairvoyance magic spell. You should definitely pick up this clairvoyance by now, which will help you know where to go. Okay, so I've reached this part of the map. I came in through here. And now I have to press something in order to get this door to open, just so you know. So it's telling me to go this way, and looks like there's a switch here. Let's go ahead and turn this wheel. And that's what opens the door. Okay, let's continue forward. Okay, so I'm going to be going through this door right here. Okay, started here. Just made my way around to this door, pretty easy. Okay, so let's head through and see what's next for us. Okay, so after entering this door, we do have to kind of go through this door right here. Or was it this door? I don't know. I think it was this door. But there's another door that is blocked. So we're going to go to the right. And up these stairs. And through here. Okay, when I get there, I'll show you the map again, just in case. But this is where I am on the map. Okay, we want to get to this room. And we want to turn this wheel. Alright, so turning that wheel should open this door right here, right? Yep, there we go. So this is the door we want to go through. Alright, so this is where I am on the map now. Alright, we still need to make it to this door, but I need to pull another switch, which is in this room right here. So we're just going to go across here. There's going to be a skeleton boy in here. And then here's the switch that we're going to have to turn, which will open up this door and will let us move forward. Okay, so this is where I am on the map now. I made it to this room. There was a lot of vampires in my way, but that's okay. But it's pretty easy to get to this area, especially if you got the clairvoyance spell. That's the door I just came through. And there was a vampire in here, so make sure you are equipped for that. And now we gotta go into this manhole cover to the palace sewers. Okay, so this is where I am on the map now. It was pretty easy to get here, just straight path through these doorways. Okay, there was nothing impeding my way other than a couple enemies. I'm going to head through the old way door. This is what it looks like. Let's go inside. Okay, this is where I am on the map now. Alright, so I started here, made my way all the way across, went through here, and now I've ended up at this spot. Now there's lots of different ways you can go, I think, but I'm just mostly following my clairvoyance, and it's telling me to go this way. Okay, so this is where I am on the map now. It was pretty easy to get through here, so I came in through this door and just went through a hole in the wall right here. And then came up and around. There was plenty of enemies in my way, but it wasn't so bad. Just make sure you bring lots of arrows or lots of weapons with you. Oh my god. Okay, so this catacombs is pretty big. Now, I'm just going to quickly show you. I came from here. Now, there's a lot of dead ends and nonsense on the way. I don't know why it has to show us a little break here. You can walk right through either side. I think either way you're going to be able to get there without getting too lost. There is a hole in the wall that I went through here and just walked around, though. We can go either direction and eventually make it to where I am now, which is this kind of big open space. Alright, so you know you're in the right direction once you find this big open space. Lots of enemies in between, by the way. Okay, so there seems to be a door in front of me that I need to press buttons to unlock. So if we go up the stairs just to our left here, there'll be a button right here. Let's go ahead and press that. And I think there's another button. Hopefully it's not timed. We're just going to run over here quickly, just in case it is timed, and press this button too. Alright. Did that do anything? Alright, looks like that opened it up. I can't tell if you were supposed to press both buttons or just one, but either way I pressed both. Alright, so we're going to go through this door now. Okay, so I've entered this room here now, and this is where I'm going to have to use the key of extraction. Now I just went in a straight line from the door to where I am now. There's nothing in my way other than enemies. Okay, so the button is just right there behind the statue, just straight behind. Now you can go over to where I am on the map now and go in here, and that will take you to an area which will let you open up the gate. Now there's a button right here. I don't know if this is the button that opens up the gate. I think it just opens up the gate to go through here, but there's all sorts of enemies in there too. That enemy see me? Oh. Anyways, so yeah, see the gate is closed off, but if you don't want to do it and go through that whole hell of another part of the dungeon through here, you could just kind of jump around it. You jump on here and you just kind of hop around. Okay? So put the jacket boots on and hop around and save yourself a good 20 minutes. All right, so we have to stand on the button and we need to go ahead and equip the arrow. Cannot fire this quest arrow. Well, why not? I'm standing on the button. There we go. You gotta make sure you're standing right on the button in order to fire this arrow. Let me just go ahead and get first person view. Make sure you save before you do this. Oh, darn it. Alright. And I actually didn't save before I did it because I'm a moron. But I think you can just go back and pick it up. Yeah, let's just pick it up and try again. I actually just found an even easier way to jump in there. So, well, again, we can just head this way. And then jump from here, which you can easily get to this platform, and then just jump across. And there we go. Alright. So now let's go ahead and get first person. I gotta equip the arrow again. And let's aim. I think we gotta aim nice and high, like right around here. And there we go. So that should open up a way for us to go. Now there's going to be a couple enemies here to fight too. Let's go ahead and take these guys out. Do these guys even, they don't even really attack you. I'm just wasting arrows on them. Can I just go through and just leave them alone? Alright, I'm just going to go through and ignore those guys. I'm not wasting my arrows on those guys. Alright, so make sure you save the game before you go into the next section. These enemies will attack you, like I said, but they don't really do anything. I don't know if they'll give you extra items or something, or worth it at all. But I'm just going to go in crouched, and you want to be sneaky, have chameleon on, because you're going to be entering a room full of guards, and you don't want to alert any of them. Okay, so I actually did have to take out the guardians, because they alerted the guards as I went through the door. Alright, so make sure you take out these stupid guardians as well. Now we can head through the door. You might want to also just take your equipment off, because you might be wearing... Your equipment might just be too loud. So I'm going to take off a couple of equipment, even though that one does chameleon for me. Maybe I'm going to put on my old equipment, my old shrouded armor, and see if that works out for me a little better. And then I'll have a chameleon ring on, and then maybe that'll be okay. Okay, so I have only my shroud armor on right now. I'd recommend just taking all your armor off, and hopefully you have chameleon as well. We'll slip through here, walk slowly so you don't wake anybody up. Okay. And we're going to go through this door next. Alright, so let's see what's on this side. I think we're just going to go to the left. Is that where I'm supposed to go? Yeah, just keep going to the left. And then we're going to go through this door here. You really want to do this without getting caught. You don't want a bounty on you, people chasing you around. It's going to make it more complicated. Alright, so there's going to be a guard here. We're just going to slowly follow behind him. Alright, so after he walks past this door, we're going to go in here and pick this lock too. There we go. And then in here, there's going to be a couple blind monks. And what we want to do is we want to go to the right there, and we want to be very careful with this monk that he doesn't hear us. We're going to flip this switch. Yeah, okay, I don't know how he didn't hear that, but anyways, let's just keep moving. We're going to go around the corner here. And through this door. And then what you want to do is you want to sit at this chair right here and pretend to be a blind monk.
Scroll you requested.
All right, so we put the scroll on the table. We're just going to go ahead and grab it and take it. All right, so let's get up and get moving. We're going to go up the stairs and get out of here. I really recommend having chameleon or having a chameleon, some type of chameleon ring on you. And we're going to go ahead and go through here. Just quickly pick this lock. There we go. And then there's probably going to be some guards lingering about. You're just going to have to... I'm actually going to drop a save right now because I don't want to get caught. Alright, so there's a guard right there. Let's just use my clairvoyance to make sure I don't miss any turns. Looks like I got to go that way.
I'd better cut down on the ale.
Alright, that guard did see me, so now I'm going to try to hide, like, somewhere else. I'm going to hide right here, maybe, see if he doesn't see me over here, and just walks by. Okay, I seem to have a hard time getting around this guard. What I'm going to try is he's coming towards me now, and I'm going to see if I can go in here again, wait a moment, and maybe he'll pass. So I'm back in the library. We're going to go through again. All right. There we go. And he passed me. Nice. All right. So I really cut that one close. But we're all good now. I should be able to go past this blind monk. Are you just going to turn around, or are you just going to go through that door? All right. Looks like he's going to go through that door. Let's go ahead and follow him through. Let's just pick this lock. All right. Don't notice me, Mr. Monk, please. Hopefully you're far enough ahead. Alright, there he is. Okay. He just vanished into the ether, I guess. Okay. So let's keep moving forward. There's going to be some more guards we're going to have to get around, I assume. Let's not go through there. I'm sure there's nothing in there. Oh. Don't worry about me, Mr. Monk. You go do your thing. Oh, don't worry about me, Mr. Monk. You go continue with your monk stuff. I'm sure they got important monk stuff to do. Alright, we don't want to go through there. We're going to just keep heading straight. And go through this door here. Nice, let's pick the lock real quick. Okay, so I'm through that door now. I struggled with that lock. We're just going to keep going straight. I'm going to keep using my clairvoyance. We're going to stay back away from that guard. And I think there's a door here we're going to go through soon. Hurry up, guard. Alright, so this is the door we're going to go to. Another damn lock to pick. Alright. There we go. Didn't struggle with that one. Let's head inside. We're going to go through here. Lots of stuff in this display case. It's very tempting, but I'm just going to continue forward. Let's pick this another lock. Alright, so this woman just came through and just started wandering around, but she doesn't seem to see me, so I'm going to go through the open door there that she just opened for me. And then we got to loosen the grate to this fireplace and head inside. All right, so that should be enough of the sneaking. Now let's see where we have to go now. Okay, so you fall through that grate, and I had my jackboots on, which I don't know helped me with the fall. Looks like I've been through here because there's a lot of dead enemies. Let's just quickly look at the map. All right, looks like we're going to have to go that way, so let's just use our clairvoyance and use that as a way to go through. Hopefully, as I go, all the enemies are already dead. All right, this is where I am on the map. All right, came out of here. Just walk through. We have been here before, early part of the quest. And this should take us out. Oh, no, we're not out. Another damn sewage area. Okay, so it was quite a little jaunt through there. But this is where I am on the map. You kept using my clairvoyance. Oh, doggy. Now let's go ahead and get through this lock. And hopefully we'll be done with this damn sewer, and that'll be it. Okay. Let's see. Are we appearing at the market? Are we out of the sewer? No, more sewers. Good. I wanted more sewers. Okay, so this is where I am on the map now. I feel like I've not been in this area before. We're going to go ahead and use this turning wheel to open up this door in front of me. Good stuff. I assume I haven't been here before. This door would already be open. I'm kind of skipping enemies at this point. Where are we going? We're going up here now? Hopefully this is the end of it. Exit to the best defensive basement. Okay. Sure. Hopefully they're not upset that I'm here. But I am trespassing. Somebody see me? Oh, just a zombie. Okay, cool. That's alright. Let's just make our way out. Now there's probably other ways we can exit. Hopefully this way doesn't involve me getting in trouble by the guards. You know, I'm sure there's safe places you can exit. Okay, so I finally made my way out of this bloody place, and I'm over in front of where the gray fox was just chilling. Let's go inside the house and give him what he wants. Okay, so now he gave me a ring that he wants me to give to somebody, so let's go do that. I'll show you where that is on the map real quick. Whoops, wrong button. So we're going to go to Anvil, all the way over here, into the Castle of Anvil. Okay, so we're supposed to give it to the Queen right here. She is here at 9 a.m. So let's go ahead and give her the ring.
Shadow hide you.
Okay, so he just had a big cutscene where you finally get to see who the gray fox is. He just told me to go somewhere. I'm not sure. Is it on the map? Guess not. Alright, looks like I had to go to the Imperial City in order to trigger the quest to go through. Looks like we have to go somewhere near the waterfront. And that's where the new guild is going to be. Okay, it's right here. It's right where everything started. We're going to go through this door. And this should be where the new Thieves Guild is. And I guess maybe the end of the quest. I'm not sure. This quest is just the quest that never ends.
Yes.
Alright. Okay, so once you enter this new Thieves Guild, that will be it. That's the end of this longest quest on the planet. If this video helped you, please like it. Leave a silly comment for the algorithm, and don't subscribe to me.